Hello everybody. In the last video I showed you the SCT sampler kit for November, and I'm back today to show you a project. I am doing a 12 by 12 layout, and since this kit is a sampler, the pattern papers that come in here are 6 by 6 pieces of paper that are cut down from larger 12 by 12 sheets. And so last time I did this video I showed you how to take those 6 by 6 pages and turn them into a full 12 by 12. This time I'm going to work with an added piece of cardstock for my stash to build my page from there. So I've already gone through the kit, and if you haven't seen my kit video, go ahead and follow the link and check that out. But I've pulled out these products from the kit, some very fall themed pattern papers, and a piece with a bunch of sentiments on it that you'll see me cut apart later. And I've decided I'm going to go with a very central design to this page. All my embellishing and all my pattern paper and title is all going to be in this center row. And so I just cut down strips of various pattern papers in kind of the green and orange contrasting colors. And I'm just going to use these strips to build a central area to hold all of like I said, my title and embellishments. So as I'm pulling these pieces together, I'm trying to think about keeping some contrast between each piece so that the patterns can kind of shine on their own when you're looking at the layout. And earlier you saw me just lay down a strip of adhesive, and that makes this process go by faster when I just attach all these strips down. And of course I had a little spot at the end where I didn't quite have enough strips, so not a problem, just cut another one and keep going. And now I'm ready to create a landing spot for my title. So I knew I wanted to use that glittered word from the kit, and because it's yellowy gold color, I definitely wanted to put that on top of green. And because I'm going to work my embellishment in groups of 3, I'm also going to create this strip that goes all the way across in sections of 3. And because it's 6 by 6 paper, of course I have to cut it down and create these 3 separate sections here for my title. And as you can see here, I pulled out punches to start creating some embellishments. So I've got some good contrast going on between that green pattern paper in the foreground that's going to hold my embellishments and more of the orange tones in the pattern paper strips behind there. So that's a good start. And with the rest of the pattern paper, I'm going to use more contrast again to punch out some shapes to hold these stickers from the kit. And you can see me here. I'm going to give some dimension to the kit as I move along, and you'll see me change my mind a little bit on this down the road. So I'm going to pop up these circles on some foam dots, and each one of these circles is going to hold an image from these stickers that has to do with Thanksgiving, because the photos that I'm going to add to this layout are going to all be about Thanksgiving, and not just a particular Thanksgiving, but instead kind of a summary of years worth of gatherings that we've had at our home. And it kind of captures some of the emotion of gathering with the same group year after year. So I'm just continuing to build up this layer of title and embellishments and getting everything to stick down. Now my cuts weren't perfectly straight on these pattern papers, so I was struggling a little bit to get them to line up properly. So I got out my T-ruler, and that kind of helped with that a little bit. And then I'm ready to start adhering everything down. And here's where you see me kind of change my mind about these stickers. Now that sticker, I'd put the foam dots right underneath it. So I'm just kind of carefully pulling it back apart and changing my mind and putting the foam dots on the back of the whole embellishment and putting the sticker straight down. And these stickers were actually pretty durable. I found that I was able to easily, work with them and correct my mistake, and it worked out just fine. So now I'm adding another layer of embellishment to this. I'm finding some tall vertical stickers that kind of contrast with the circular items there, and I'm not popping these up. I'm leaving them more in the background. So I've got definitely different layers of texture and elements to this. And I'm going to add my photos to the tops and the bottoms of this space, and here they are. I did cut out some words from that sheet of paper, and I fussed with it a little bit to see how I wanted it to go. So I've got this arrangement going on, and then since I had a photo of a wreath, I used that wreath paper that I was so in love with, and it was very hard to cut that paper apart, but I did it. And I built my own wreath embellishment to go with the journaling that I put down here, and I just put my journaling as if they were photos. And I finished off the page with a few embellishments, some sequins and enamel dots. So I will leave you with these close-ups of the finished project. I did add a date stamp from my stash and some pen work around the outside edges to kind of hold everything in. I hope you enjoyed this example of how you can take some smaller samples of items, like in the SCT sampler kit, and put them together into a full-size project. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and get notifications for my future videos.